Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. Well, this morning we're upstairs and I'm going to entitle this video The Ladybug Invasion because that's exactly what we've had. Now these ladybugs that have come into our house have what looks like really big white eyes, but that's not really their eyes. That's just like a thing to fool other bugs, I guess. But anyway, we've had these ladybugs come in our house in very small numbers for ever since we lived here, which has been, I don't know, 26 years maybe. And they come out when you have warm weather. Now, usually what happens is they come out in the springtime, I guess, and fly away. I don't know. I don't know what their modus operandi is. I don't know. But all I know is we have had some ladybugs in the house from as far back as I can remember. And I think I've just spotted one on the ceiling. Anyway, hope he'll stay there maybe. Anyway, this is what I use to catch them. And this is just my little sheepskin dust mop. And it works really good because what I do, they're usually up on the ceiling or up on top of the windows, up above the window. And I just put this up there and I wiggle it around a little bit and they get tangled up in there and they can't get out. And so then I can catch them that way. But anyway, I want to give you the little background on this. Well, actually, hold on, I'm going to go catch that one. I'll be right back. Okay, I got him. Can y'all see? And what they do when you mess with them is they act like a turtle. They put all their legs and their head in, and they kind of play dead. So I've caught, this is the second one this morning I've caught. So I'm going to put him in with the other one, and then we'll be back and I'll explain to you what's going on here. Let me get a close-up of that. Wait a minute, let me turn him around. See, he's playing dead, but he's very much alive. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I caught him, so I've now got two in my little dish. Can y'all see them? One right there and one right there. Now, this one has finished playing dead. He's moving around. But this one right over here, he's still playing dead, but he'll be moving around in a little while. Yeah, he's already got his legs out, so he's getting ready to move around. Anyway, I'm going to show them to you better in a little while. But anyway, all right, so we saw the first ladybugs really when we started renovating the house before we ever moved in. Just two or three, it wasn't no big deal. And some years you wouldn't see any. And then some years you'd see a little more. I might maybe in a season catch maybe 25 up in this very room here. Now this is the room that our boys used when they were growing up. And we had twin beds in here at that time. Of course, we've long since got rid of the twin beds, and now we've got, this is like an antique bedroom suite in here that I got many, many years ago. But anyway, so I would just catch the ladybugs, and being the very nice person I am, I would always catch them in a glass and let them go outside. I don't do that anymore. If they come in, they die. They get flushed down the commode or I squash them. And here's the reason why. Because they bite. They actually bite, and it'll make a whelp on your arm or wherever they bite you, and it will itch for 2 weeks. I mean, terrible itching. So this past November, around the first, I'd say it was the first week of November, we got temperatures that one day that went up to 85 degrees. And I remember looking outside, there were ladybugs flying everywhere outside. I mean, they were just everywhere. Of course, some wasps came out and that kind of thing too, but I mean, it was ladybugs everywhere. So, I didn't think anything of it because, we get a few in the house, that's it. We don't worry about them. They don't hurt anything. They don't eat anything. They don't poop anywhere. They don't really hurt anything. So, just forgot about it. And then Stephen and Arlene called. That's the son that's in Germany still, in the Air Force. and they were planning to come, I think the week before Thanksgiving is when they were here. So, I did my usual cleaning before company comes and got all prepared for everything. Found a couple of ladybugs, like in this particular room, but nothing unusual. So anyway, I mentioned to them, when they got here, that we'd had a lot of ladybugs outside this year, but don't worry, they don't hurt you or anything. So if you see one in the room, just catch him and let him go, right? Well, I think it was about the second, they stayed 5 days, so about the second morning, uh, Stephen came downstairs and I think he had a bite right here on his cheek or beside his nose, but he had a big one on his neck, but I didn't think it was a bite. It looked like a big zit, really. Both of them did. So I said, Stephen, have you got a zit on your neck and on your face there? And he said, well, I don't know. He really didn't know what it was, but I mean, it was very evident. You could really see it. I'd say it was about the size maybe of a dime or a little smaller and real red and puffed up. And I just thought, okay, he had a zit. Well, um, no further anything. That was it. So they stayed. We had the visit. It was nice. I recorded some of it. And so the following week, I got up one morning. I was actually, something woke me up, and my wrist was just itching like crazy. I mean, like crazy. So I got up and I went in the bathroom and I looked, and I had 4 bumps, 2 on this side of my wrist and 2 on this side of my wrist. Just itching like crazy. And I thought, what in the world? And of course, the first thing you think, because we've got dogs, is we've got fleas. And although the dogs didn't have fleas, because we used that flea spray, that organic type flea spray, and we really haven't seen any fleas since we started using that at all. And we've never really had, a flea invasion in the house or anything. We've just never had that. So I couldn't figure out what it was. Well, then the next thing I thought, oh, have we got bed bugs? Because, I mean, we'd just had company. They brought all kinds of suitcases in. They came from Germany, landed in New York. They stayed in New York, I think, a couple of days and visited with Arlene's nephew, who's going to college there. And goodness, okay, did they pick up bed bugs in their luggage? That's the first thing I thought. Because you never think of ladybugs biting you, right? You just don't think they bite you. And so I stripped everything. I stripped all the beds. I turned the mattresses over. I looked up on the internet about bed bugs, and of course, I saw no evidence anywhere. But still, I thought, oh, they're hiding somewhere. They're really here. Yeah, we got bed bugs. So, washed all the sheets, all the mattress covers, vacuumed everything, turned the rugs up and looked under the edge of the rug. Every place you could, we did everything but take the bed frames apart, really. And just absolutely no evidence. So I thought, oh, well, they're somewhere hiding. And so we went through all that. And so that very night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and my finger right there on the joint of my right hand was just itching like crazy. And I got up, and then there was another thing right down on my knuckle that was really itching, but I couldn't see any bump. So, I was scratching it, and I was thinking, oh man, we really do have bed bugs. We do. We've got bed bugs. So Mr. Bucky wasn't convinced. He was like, I don't think it's bed bugs. And I said, well, what could it be? He said, well, it's probably a flea. Maybe a flea got in the bed. I don't know how, because the dogs don't get on the bed. But still, I thought, okay, now a flea can't jump but like 18 inches, right? And our beds are up high because they're old-fashioned beds, so they're up really high. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he's right. So anyway, of course, was making up the bed, and I just decided I'm going to look in the covers. So I pulled all the covers back, and I found 2 ladybugs actually in the covers. 2 ladybugs. Still, so I came downstairs and I told Mr. Bucky, I said, I found 2 ladybugs in the bed, but I didn't see any fleas or and I don't see any evidence of bed bug, but something bit me. So I've got 4 bites, 2 here, 2 here, 1 on this knuckle, and 1 on this knuckle. They're just all itching like crazy. I have to put, calamine lotion on them to get them to stop itch. Because it just drives you crazy. It was itching so bad. So I'm just really, if we got bed bugs. I've got to know if we've got bed, because I just don't like bugs. I don't like them in the house. I don't even like flies, nothing, and just, I don't like it. So anyway, I was uneasy about everything. So then I started looking. I thought, could it be possible that ladybugs bite? I've never heard of that, but let me look that up. So I looked it up, and I actually found pictures of people who had bites from ladybugs, and it looked just like the bites on my wrist. So anyway, I called my son in Germany, and I said, have y'all had any more bites since you got home? Well, he said, no, no more bites. And I said, well, who in the family got bitten while y'all were here? So he got bit twice, and Bella, my little granddaughter, had 8 bites on her. And then Stephen said, well, if anything's biting anywhere, it bites Bella. So, she had 8 bites, so she had more than all of us. So I said, well, Stephen, do you think it could be bed bugs that maybe you picked up in your luggage? Have you had any bites at all since y'all got home? No, we haven't. And of course it's cold over in Germany, right? But no bites. So anyway, this just went on, and I'm not convinced it's the ladybugs. Even though I've looked it up, I've seen the pictures of people with bites. It looks just like my bites, but then bed bugs look like, bites look like that too. So then I figured out, okay, what they're doing is they're biting us, or me, out what's not under the cover. So I sleep with my hands like this. I don't know why I do that, but I always end up sleeping with at least one hand up or the other, or sometimes both. I just sleep that way. And that's where they had bitten me, on my wrist, up close to my face. And of course, Stephen got bitten, I don't remember if it was by his nose or his mouth, and on his neck. And I don't remember, I didn't really know where Bella got bitten. She really didn't say anything. And then Mr. Bucky got bit right on his cheek right there. And this was after Stephen and them had already left. We were sitting in the den watching TV, and I looked over and I said, well, Bucky, you've got a big zit right on your cheek there. And he said, yeah, I saw that, but he said, I don't think it's anything, but it looked like a big zit. And I said, well, does it itch? And he said, well, yeah, it itches some. There you go. So time goes on. I figure, okay, if it's bed bugs, we'll know. So then when I looked up and saw that the ladybugs do bite, and they said some people could be allergic to them, and that's why they make the bumps and they itch like crazy and all that. But think about it. All right, so was Stephen allergic? Was Bella allergic? Me allergic? Mr. Bucky allergic? 4 people in one house, all allergic. That didn't make sense to me. And so anyway, I was checking the 2 front rooms. This is on the front side of the house, and the next room over is on the front side. So every night, checking. And one night, I'd find maybe 1, 2 a night at the very most. So one night I found one, and he got kind of in the corner of the molding up close to the ceiling. And even my little mop, I couldn't get him down, so I put a little spit on my finger and just touched him so he would stick to my finger, and he started biting my finger. I kid you not. He was just biting the mess out of the end of my finger. So there was my answer. They definitely bite. There's no question. And I don't think it's a matter of, oh, well, you just happen to be allergic to it. I think it's something to do with at night when we're asleep, breathing out the carbon dioxide. I think they're attracted to that, which is why everybody was bitten around their face. We weren't bitten on our bodies. It was always up around the face or the neck. And that's just my theory. But anyway, so Bella got bit 8 times. I got bit 6 times. 4 on this. Actually, I didn't count the one on my finger because, of course, your finger, he was biting me part on my fingernail and part on, your skin on your finger, I think, is a little tough. So, anyway, I didn't, well, I guess I got him quick enough that he didn't get a good bite. But I don't think they put any venom in. I think it's just something to do with their little pinchers. I mean, they eat bugs, right? That's what they do. And so anyway, I got bit 6 times. Mr. Bucky only got bit once on the cheek. Stephen got bit twice. Bella got bit 8 times. And the 2 boys, well, the 3 boys, none of them got bitten. So I don't know if it's something to do with what blood type you are or what. But I'm sure there's some science to it. So anyway, we've solved the problem. We don't have bed bugs, which is really, really good. But we do get ladybugs every once in a while. And this particular time, with it being 85 degrees outside just a few days earlier, they were just everywhere. And the reason they were able to get in is because, of course, this house is a very old house. It was built in 1908. And the windows have the weights and the little cord that goes up. The windows go up and down by the weights inside the little window box. And there's really just not any way to prevent bugs from coming in there. I mean, we've got storm windows, but we didn't replace the windows in this house because pretty much all the glass in the windows is the wavy, old-timey glass, so we didn't want to replace the windows. So we've still got those same windows, but we do have storm windows, but they can get under that bottom where you've got a little weep hole. They actually can come under there. So anyway, that was a long story, but I mean, when you think you've got bed bugs in your home, but it turns out it's only ladybugs, but then the worst part of it is the kind of ladybugs you have bite you, and then they make the bumps. Now, it took my bumps on my wrist and this hand about 2 weeks to get well. And they would itch like crazy for probably, I'm going to say, the first few days, terrible. I mean, you had to put calamine lotion on, it just drive you crazy. And then they faded away and they didn't leave any, additional marks. Well, I had brown marks for a while, but they faded. But anyway, so here's the bottom line. If they come in, they die. I used to be real nice and would catch them and let them go outside. Not anymore. I've had enough of them. If they come in, they die. Now, I don't like to spray bug spray in the house. We spray the outside of the house, but we don't really spray inside. So we just, hope that they don't come in. But if they do, and I catch them, they die. So every night I check all 3, well, it's actually 4 of the rooms up here using my dust mop, and if I catch any, they go down the commode. It's that simple. All right, so what I'm going to do is well, both of them have gotten active now, see? Yeah. And I am going to flush them down the commode. But anyway, I'll put one of them out on the bed and let you have a look at him. They look like they've got really big white eyes, but that's not their eyes. Their eyes are down further, and they've got a little itty-bitty head that comes out. But when you disturb them, they draw up like a turtle does, and their head gets tucked in there, and they look like you think they're dead, but they're not. And so what they do, the reason the dust mop works so well is because if you disturb them, if they're on the ceiling or up above the windows, what they do is drop to the floor. You can actually hear them when they hit the floor, and then they just play dead there, right? Because when you disturb them, the hard part of their shell opens up and those little wings come out. But the first thing they do is drop to the floor and play dead. And then when you're not around, they get up and fly away. But they crawl pretty fast, not real fast, but I mean, I can catch them. So I'm going to put one on the mattress over here. Now, we don't have any sheets on the mattress or mattress cover or anything because I just left everything stripped down. And then once spring gets here and it gets warmer every day, then we'll go ahead and, put this room back together, so to speak. But anyway, all right, so I'm going to take the camera off and we're going to go over to the, I'm going to put one out on the mattress and let you look at it. I hope y'all find this interesting. And maybe I should have posted a video when this first happened, and that way probably somebody knows, oh yeah, those ladybugs, they bite bad. All right, and they don't bite you when you know it. They come at night when you're asleep, kind of like bed bugs, but they're not bed bugs. All right, so hold on a minute. Okay, I'll let y'all have a look at this room before we go over and put the bugs out on the mattress so you can see one of them. Now, what I tried to do in buying antiques was get something that was the same period as our house. So there's a little washstand, there's the oak bed, and here's the dresser. Now, we don't have any knickknacks or anything else out because I kind of stripped this room, and here's the armoire. And there I am. Hey. And then here we are getting ready to probably open up this fireplace and put some kind of tile in there. There's 4 fireplaces in the house, and this fireplace cover I have stripped. So at some point here we're going to open up that fireplace. All right, so there's another little ladybug on the wall. Let me give you a close-up of him or her. Now, if she drops, hopefully she or he won't drop. There you are. See those things that look like great big eyes? Only they're not. Let me get real close. Actually, why don't I cut the light on? Yeah, let me cut the light on. There. Hope she doesn't drop. Uh-oh. There she is. Can y'all see that? Now see those 2 white things? Those are not eyes. The eyes are right down below that in the head. See, she's just playing real like she's dead. But she's not. Or he. See how close I can get. Yeah, look at that. All right, I'm going to have to catch her too. So we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, look at this one. When they raise up like that, they're getting ready to fly. So if you raise this up, I'm going to hook him back down. But there they are. Look at that. Stop. Stop. See how they play dead? Now, other than that one that bit me on the finger and my fingernail, I mean, they don't fly off from the wall and bite you on the arm. At least not when you're awake. Look at that. Now, doesn't that look like eyes? That's not eyes. See, he's got his head all tucked in. All right, so they're going to get flushed down the commode. So hold on a minute. I got 3 of them now. See, there's one right there. Get down. See how active they are? Now that little one that I just got off the wall, that's him right there. He's laying on his back and he can't get up. See, he's got his head stuck out now. Yeah. Now see this one? He's still playing dead because I touched him. All right, so I'm going to get him back in my little bowl, and they're all 3 going in the commode. Oop. Get in there. Get in there. When they raise up, get in there. When they raise up on their back legs, kind of, that's how you know they're getting ready to fly. All right. Hope this tape isn't too long. All right, we're going in the bathroom now, and they are going to meet their watery death. And the reason is because they bite. All right, well, I'll show you this bathroom. This is the middle bathroom. You'll see, doesn't have a shower in here. And I made my curtains. I thought I did a pretty good job on those. Of course, I'm filming towards the light. I also did the tile work here 3 or 4 years ago. It was a lot of fun doing the tile work, and I love this type tile. Anyway, we put the stick-on stuff on the floor because it matched the tile. So, anyway, so here's the commode, and the bugs are going in. Now what they will do, they will actually climb out of the commode, and so what I do is put a little piece of toilet paper over them. I want to make sure all three of them get in here. Get in there. Get. All right, see, look at that one. He put his wings out. Yeah, let me do that again. You kind of disturb them too much. Yeah, they'll put the wings come out from under their those hard shells. Okay, get back in there. Get in there. Up. All right, hopefully we can do this. Get down in there. Oh, they're just hanging on. There's one. And there's two. That one just doesn't want to let go. Boy, he's... Come on. There. You see how he's hanging on? And they will actually climb right out of the commode if you don't flush it. And I've actually flushed them and had them not even go down. So what I try to do is put toilet paper over them to make sure I've got all of them. All right, see, there's 3 in there. All right, bye-bye. All right, so what y'all think about a ladybug video? You know, they bite, okay? And so they're not allowed to live in our house. They're just not. So, all right, we will see y'all next time. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and if you've had any experience with ladybugs biting, please leave me a comment down below. But no comments saying ladybugs don't bite, because they most definitely do bite. I know not all forms of ladybugs bite, but the kind we have do. And I will tell you that I used to catch them and take them out to the garden. Now, I never actually, we would have some aphids in the garden. I never saw one of those ladybugs eating anything in our garden, so I finally just stopped doing that. So, anyway, we will see y'all next time. I hope y'all enjoyed this.